Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Zoom call for Saturday. This is Team Genesis. We want to welcome everyone to this Zoom call. We got a great call today. I don't want you to miss anything from this young lady because this is a very important topic. Welcome, welcome. We truly appreciate you being here on a Saturday morning. Without further ado, we want to go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to my great friend, our mentor, 100K Executive Vice President, Ms. Janet Larson. Hold on, Janet, so I can start the recording.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Janet.
All right. Good morning, CTFO associates. My name is Janet Larson Meyer, and this morning it's my special honor and privilege to be able to introduce our special guest presenter, Maria Tollens, out of El Paso, Texas. But before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about Maria's background. She served as a medic for 12 years in the Army. And of course, we all want to thank you, Maria, for your service to our great country. Maria has also worked as a nurse for 15 years. And for the past 2.5 years, Maria has owned and operated her own insurance brokerage. But what Maria discovered along her interesting and very diverse career path is that she would never be able to achieve her biggest personal and professional goals by doing more of the same. So Maria's professed highest priority, number one, is her faith walk. But right behind that is her commitment to spend quality time with her precious family, and a lot of it. So Maria knows that CTFO is her ticket to actualize her very personal dream. And this morning, you're going to have the opportunity to hear a creative way that Maria has organized her best life in pictures to help her keep focused, inspired, and hopeful. Maria has shared her how-tos and why-tos with her family and her friends and her associates. And today she's going to share it with you and me. Thank you, Maria, for your time and for giving us a tool today to help us hit our goals and serve others well by helping them do the same. Take it away.
Thank you, Janet. So my name is Maria Tollens. Thank you guys for having me here on your Zoom webinar. I am honored to be part of the Genesis team. So vision boards, that is what the topic is on today, and why is it so important? For the last, I think, probably 10, 11 years, I've been doing vision boards on a yearly basis. Usually the 1st of January, my kids, along with myself and my husband, we sit down on the floor, get very relaxed. We have tons of magazines, scissors, glue, poster boards, and we get to do our vision boards individually. And then we share it together as a family so we can hold each other accountable. So what's a vision board, right? People are like, well, it's also known as a dream board. So a vision board or a dream board is a collage of images, pictures, and affirmation of one's dreams and desires. Many times we write down our goals. We use the SMART system to make them accountable, make them timeable. But some of us learn different ways. Some of us are very visual. So with a vision board, you keep that image in front of you, and it's designed as a source of inspiration and motivation. And it's used it's used as the law of attraction to attain your goals. So reasons why you would have a vision board, you probably have heard of the law of attraction, right? It's a powerful rule that provides the opportunity to attract the deepest desires and shape your life in accordance with them. So according to the law of attraction, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, they're like a magnet that attracts events and opportunity to us. One of the most powerful tools to attract desire and to attract the things that you desire is by visualizing it. So this is where vision boards come into play. Why is it important to have a vision board? Well, personal reasons, business reasons, just different, your whole entire aspect of your life. Those are reasons to have a vision board. So vision boards, for number one, they make you think about what is it that you really want. So creating a vision board, it forces you to take the time to sit and really think about what it is that you want from your life. I'm sure you guys think about what you want a lot, but do you really put it down and focus on them? Do you document them everywhere that's outside of your head? Do you have it on paper? Do you have it in pictures? These steps make it come more realistic, make it come more true, bring it to fruition. So a vision board forces you to go beyond the casual thinking and focus on your goals and aspirations. Another reason that a vision board is important is vision boards help you get unstuck. Many of us in our lives, we have goals, aspirations, dreams, but we feel stuck in the mundane, everyday things. A vision board, most people feel stuck because of our lives. You know, we're congested, overflowing. I'm a mama of 5 beautiful babies. I run a business. I'm trying to, I am successfully running my CTFO business, which is another business. I have a team. So all this stuff, it just becomes clutter. So how do I unclutter myself? With a vision board. I have those, my goals, aspiration, my dreams, I have it out in front of me so I can see them visually, so I can read the words that are on my board. Another reason that we should have a vision board is vision boards provide you with a daily visual reminder of your dreams and goals. The reason that the vision boards work so great is because you visually see them every day. You put your vision board somewhere that you can see it constantly. It's right in front of you. Visualization is one of the most popular, effective mind workouts that you can do. So when you see something that inspires you on a daily basis, you stay on track. Even when you face setbacks, that vision board will still be there, and it's ready to get you motivated once again. Another good reason to have a vision board is vision boards will get you all fired up emotionally. So seeing your vision board will help you passionately connect with your goals. If you get fired up and passionate about something, it will spur you into action. So when you see your vision board, it could be one of those days that you're like, not truly motivated, not feeling all there. And just looking at your vision board, it just kind of like sparks some fire into you and say, okay, I got to get moving because this is what I planned for myself. And vision boards are fun, you know. It's a way to just become a child again, you know, just cut out pictures, glue them on your poster boards. A vision board is fun, risk-free, stress-free. It's a way to upload your deepest inspirations. You don't even have to have a vision board organized. It can be all over the place. I have some vision boards over here throughout the years. This was done back in, I think 2011. This was 2011, if you guys can see this. I hope you can. But it's all over, there's nothing organized about it. I just put pictures all over the place. Fitness, how I wanted my kitchen to be, you know, where I wanted to go. I just had baby number 4, so I wanted to be a super mom. So stuff like that I was thinking about. There's nothing organized about it. It was just a time to have fun with the kids and cut out pictures and put my dreams on there.
Maria, can I interject something here?
Absolutely.
When you and I talked, we talked about that you have personal goals and dreams on there, and you have your professional goals and dreams on there, because you see it all being lopped up in a reflection of who you are as a whole person. Your faith walk, your family commitment, your commitment to provide for your family, abundance, right?
Right.
And then you also shared about, so it helps us get ourselves focused and keeps us inspired and hopeful, and that served you well. But you also shared with me a great point that it's created incredible intimacy, not just intimacy in your family dynamic, but when you and your girlfriends are doing it, and when you're doing it with your associates, what better way to get to really know who they are in their heart, what motivates them, where their fears lie, what, you know, where they've fallen short of getting that best life possible, than to engage like this, right?
Right. And you bring up a good point, because it does bring up culture in your team. When you're trying to build a business, this is a great way to get your team together, to get your girlfriends together, and do these vision boards, share them with each other, and you can hold each other accountable when someone is either slacking off or just not seeing their true vision for themselves. It's a way, when they share it with you, Janet, it gives them permission. They give you permission, I should say, to say, okay, remember when we did the vision board, you know, you wanted that, you know, that new kitchen for your home, you know, so this is the reason why you were doing this business. So it keeps them accountable. But the camaraderie too that you guys build as a team, it's this closeness that you guys get, because really when you're putting your visions down, you're opening yourself up. So you're very vulnerable because these are your goals, your dreams, and you're letting everyone know because you share it with one another.
You and I also talked about, Maria, that this is an exercise that I think women will pick up more easily and more readily than guys. But I want to be sure to clarify for every male associate that we have on this webinar this morning that 78% of your organization is going to be women. So you better get good at being in relationship, and because that's how women are motivated, by being connected and inspired, supported by others. So if you want your team to thrive, 78% of them have an expectation that you'll embrace this, or at least recruit women to your team that are capable of picking up this great tool that you're sharing with us today.
Yes, yes. And there's I mean, no, Todd shared with me before we came on the call, on the webinar, he shared with me he has a vision wall. So guys, you know, are getting more involved in this. I know several guys that are very, very successful, and they are 100% with dream boards and vision boards. They said that that's been their guiding light throughout their career, keeping them focused on the goals and the dreams that they wanted to accomplish.
Yeah, I can only imagine what my husband's would look like. It'd have motorcycles, a big dash, probably one of those monster girl chicks. It's going to look a little bit different than mine, but I would imagine a guy's, if he got real, his dream board would look a little different than ours, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, for sure. The guys look different. Even with my sons, like theirs look totally different than my girls do. For the first year, my 4-year-old did hers during on New Year's, and hers was all Barbie dolls and stuff. And then my son was like Lamborghini, you know, all these different things. But hey, that's your dreams and your goals, and that'll keep you focused on them. So it's really good. So when you do your dream board as well, you can break it up. I break mine up. I always call it the 7 F's. There's a great book that I read and I shared it with Todd, and it's called The OOLA Life. It's OOLA, OOLA Life. And they have the 7 F's in your life. So I break it down to faith, family, finances, the field, which is your job or your occupation, fitness, your friends, and fun. So, and even when I'm doing my monthly goals, those are the 7 F's that I incorporate in my monthly goals, because that's supposed to bring balance into your life. And when you feel like you have balance in your life, everything runs very, very smoothly, especially when you have a full plate, like we were talking about, Todd, scraping your plate, you know, that full plate, when there's too many plates, you can't manage it. If you try to find that balance between all those F's, your business will run so much smoother. Okay, because my family does these vision boards with me, and we do it as an activity. And when I have to go on business trips or do these different things, and my kids start complaining that mommy's not home or mommy's going to a meeting and stuff like that, I always bring them back to my board and I say, guys, remember the beginning of the year, we said that mommy needed to do this for us, for our family. That's what mommy's working on. So I've opened myself up, and the same thing is with your team. When you open yourself up with your team and you let them know, okay, this is what our team goal is, because you can do one. A great thing is too, you can do one as a team. You can do a vision board for your whole entire team. So not only individually, but you can do one for an organizational chart.
Maria,
I'm sorry, an organizational vision board. Yes.
We had a user that wants to know if you can repeat the F's for us, please.
Absolutely. Yes, it's faith, family, finances, field, fitness, friends, and fun.
And you referenced that book. You referenced that book, The OOLA Life.
Yes, The OOLA Life. OOLA Life. ULA Life.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, it's there's more to the title, but it's a world of balancing. That's how you have to balance your life with these 7 F's. Great book to read. I read it. I read it every single year, and every single year I pick up something new that has helped me, and it's even taken me on track to getting out of debt. You know, so that's part of the finances right now with my fitness. You know, I'm on doing this CrossFit journey, and all this stuff I put it on my vision board. So, vision board. How do you do a vision board, right? So, definitely get magazines. I have like little props here. Different magazines, all types, just different types. If you guys have a magazine subscription, that's fine. If you don't, that's okay. You know how I get my magazines? We go to hair salons, we go to doctor's offices, we go to dentist offices. They have all these magazines. Just ask the office manager, when do they throw out their magazines, that you'll be there to pick them up. Not to throw them out, hold them for you. You're going to be there to pick them up. So you get free magazines. You don't have to go and spend $3, $4, $5 on magazines. It's ridiculous how magazines cost nowadays. But you can get them for free because they'll throw them out on a monthly basis. So go get your free magazine so you can do your boards. Get yourself some scissors and glue. And I recommend a poster board, just like in the Dollar Tree. That's where I get all my material, from the Dollar Tree. This beautiful poster board was done by my 17-year-old this year. This is her poster board for this year.
That is so amazing. Tell them your glue secret, Maria, so the rest of us don't end up doing it wrong and then have disintegrated.
Yes. So this is why I got my glue secret. This is my board from 2013, right? But look at my pictures, how they're coming off. Because I use the stick glue. So after a while, the stick glue on magazine paper starts coming off. So I recommend you guys go buy the glue, but not Elmer's glue neither, because then that one saturates the paper and it makes it all like bubbly. Get the glue that have the brush on it at the end, so you can brush the glue in the back of your pictures, and they stick so much better.
This is serious stuff. There's really an art to this. We can tell there is a vision board builder.
Yeah, you want your dreams to last.
Yeah, for sure. This is great.
Maria, do you find that you have a affirmation board too as a dream board? Is one that just has quotes and things of that nature, or are they mixed up with pictures?
Yeah, well, this one, like my daughter is more. She only has probably one picture on here, but hers is all words.
Nice.
You know, words speak to her louder than pictures do. So yeah, you can have affirmations, you can have pictures. One year I had personal pictures. If you guys can see, this is me in the middle, but I have my family doing activities with my family. So you can have personal pictures on your vision boards as well, of your vision board. I would recommend to make it more lively and call it more into your universe. If you want a specific car, for instance, go to the dealership. Get in that car and take a picture of yourself inside that car, and that's the picture you put on your vision board, because you can feel yourself in there. You can smell that leather. You can actually feel the wheel when you're driving it. It just brings it more into reality, into your world. New era of people nowadays, you know, with the millennium and stuff, everything for them is computer. You know, everything for them is digital. You can do vision boards digitally. You can cut and paste from Pinterest. I was sharing with Janet that I wish I was a Pinterest mom. I'm more of an Amazon Prime mom than a Pinterest mom, but you know, I did a digital vision board this year through getting Pinterest pictures. And I carry this on my planner, so I see it every single day, because my planner is the first thing that I open in the morning. So this is what I see every day. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, that's great.
So these are all just cut and paste pictures that I found online, that I put it into a, I believe it was either a PowerPoint or a Word document, and I pasted it on there, and I did my vision board digitally this year. That's one part of it. And then the back of my planner has this one, because I continued. But along with this one, I also have my daily affirmations on there.
Nice.
So as I'm looking at my vision boards, I'm saying these affirmations as well to myself. So that's pretty much it. Anybody have other questions? Because this is just something that it should be done. I used to do it on a yearly basis because my goals are changing so rapidly when it comes to, you know, starting a new business, having businesses, my kids and stuff. It doesn't have to be yearly. It could be quarterly. It could be every 6 months. Most important is keep that vision board somewhere that you see it on a daily basis. For instance, right now with my workout that I'm doing this 6-week crazy challenge. So I have a vision board on my refrigerator of what I want to become and the foods I should be eating. So instead of when I open that fridge and I want to grab the, you know, nachos and everything else, I grab celery sticks and carrots, you know, instead of,
Oh, wow.
but it keeps me focused. If not, you know, and I have like this, I cut out this beautiful body and I cut out my picture from my face and I put it on that body. And so that's who I'm going to be.
Yes, you are.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, Maria, yesterday when you and I had spoken, we talked about how you create opportunities to get together with girlies or with guys included. But we could do it in person and have people in our home or find a central place to meet. But you also had a great suggestion that people do this on a Zoom platform just like this, and that we actually kind of rap with each other. We organize our pictures. We share with each other why we pick these pictures, what it means to us, maybe where we've fallen far short before we got to this place. So talk to us about how you see us being able to do this, like literally around the world with people at no cost coming together at a time on Zoom.
Yeah, definitely. So I hold vision board classes for different groups. And, you know, I'm definitely going to start doing with my CTFO team here in El Paso that's growing. But you can also do it. I have other people that are in Florida or they can be in Canada. You guys can come together as an organization and do a Zoom call just like this one. And Zoom, you know, it can last as long as you guys want it to last, but you bring your magazines, your poster boards, all that stuff together, and you guys are just talking and building culture with your team through a Zoom call. After that call, after that webinar, you can all, like we're seeing each other right now, you can all share your poster boards and explain it to one another, hold each other accountable. It's a great way to just grow your team and for them to see who you are too, because many times we'll recruit people, but we'll speak to each other on the phone, but we never get to see each other unless we'll go to a conference if they go. But this is something that you guys can do, you know, every 3 months, every month, just an activity to grow team camaraderie. Yes.
That's a great idea, Maria. You know, because I think when we talk to people about what's important to them, oftentimes they talk about wanting to make a lot of money. And is it really that you want to make a lot of money, or do you have an idea of what breakthroughs or shifts will happen in your life to the good because you now have money? And so if you challenge people to think about it, if you were in a ditch with a pile of green paper money, would your life be better? Would you have reached your goals? Or do you have an idea of how that money spent would bring you privilege, fun, opportunities for yourself,
Right.
loved ones, right? And so then you have to challenge someone. Is it a pile of paper, or what are you thinking it'll do? Because at the end of the day, I think, Maria, we want to be happy. We do. And that those of us who are committed family leaders, right behind our faith walk, as you said, is that we want to see our children healthy and happy. So we kind of have to line that out. And I love what you've done here today. How does CTFO compare for you with the unconventional but conventional career path that you walked getting here? Like, what do you think this is going to open up for you and your family? What are you experiencing is opening up for you and your family, Maria?
Well, I don't know if many of you know my story with my son and how I started with CTFO. My number 2 out of 5, and my oldest son has ADHD. And so CTFO came into my life because I was looking for an alternative to his medication, because what he had been taking for several years. Eventually, what that would lead, the ramifications of that medication was going to be aggression. And so I would be stuck with an aggressive aggressive teenager, if he kept on that medication. So I started giving him the CBD drops, to the point that now he started a new school year without medication, and he's just on the 1,500 milligram drops. To me, that's a miracle in itself. But that has also brought me closer, because unlike traditional business that, it's a brick and mortar, or even if you work at home, you can't involve your kids. Many times when I'm having, if I have a gathering in my home, I bring my son out so he can give his own testimonial. And so that's brought his story to life in his life. And it's brought my family closer, because we can see how it's changed him, how it's changed us. So I involve my kids a lot with my business. I'm so grateful for Klaus, because he's allowed in the meetings that we have here. I bring my 4-year-old Olivia with me, and so I've incorporated my family into my business, and it can only grow. It's brought us closer. I share my dreams and my aspirations with them. They can see it. I can't tell you, my son has brought probably, not only my son, but my children, they've brought me probably 2 or 3 customers themselves, that have bought the oils or a cream. My daughter the other day just shared at her cheer that, she uses the Emmy oil, the deep tissue cream for her cheer, and one of the moms purchased a cream for me. So they're I tell them this is their business. So this is how CTFO has helped me. Unlike my insurance business, I can't take my kids into a client's home and do that stuff. CTFO has given me the vehicle that my family feels that this is their business as well, not just mine.
Mm-hmm. Don't you feel, Maria, like that you have your family, you have your nucleus family that God has given you, but don't you feel like your CTFO associates become like family? That you become very interested. What's important to them becomes important to you, and you get very invested in their success. It's like we focus on our children, and we expend a lot of our time, attention, and resources into them. And then all of a sudden, all these new people are put in our path, and we just get to continue to expand the circle with a ripple effect. I find it to be so rewarding. How about you?
Oh, yes. There's people that I would have never, ever come across or have crossed paths if it wasn't for CTFO. And, to whom much is given, much is expected. Mm-hmm. So when you're put in a leadership position, I don't think that this company is about the products as much as it is about the relationship that we build as we're sharing these products, and we're allowing other people to share their stories as well. So you get this love for these people that you meet. I met Todd, I met Janet, I met you when we were in Vegas. I met Debbie, and this is just a friendship that has grown. I know myself, Todd and Debbie, I speak to them, at least once or twice a month I speak to them. And I would have never, ever met them if it wasn't for this company.
No, so true. I think one of the things that your vision board would help people with, Maria, is sometimes, and I've been ever so transparent about sometimes how I struggle, but if you're looking at a vision board, you can say is how I'm behaving, how I'm conducting myself personally and professionally, and what's coming out of my mouth, and what I'm thinking and pondering on. Is it moving me closer to these visions that I've said are my heart's grandest desires, or it's moving away? Because there's no such thing as an idle thought or word or action, right? So you're either moving towards the vision goal, the vision board that you're creating, or you're moving away from it. And if we're honest with ourselves, when we go to the refrigerator and we stuff the wrong thing in our pie hole, we're looking at our vision board. Am I going to be closer to that size 4-6 or further? When it's about should I turn on the TV or should I go and make a few phone calls? Which is going to get me that car, or which is going to get me that family trip? I love this accountability board. It kind of is what you said. It keeps us in check and balance, and then you can ask people around you to support you in that.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Your vision can change, you know. You can have, you know, if you don't want to be restricted, for instance, in what you eat or losing weight or anything, that's fine. But don't you dare complain about what you allow. You know, you've made yourself accountable when you put these pictures and these words on that board. If your vision changes, then change your board. So this way you won't feel like you failed when you haven't met that vision in your life.
Yeah, and you've given us the flexibility of doing it in person or over Zoom, or
Yes.
just individually taking up tasks and doing that for ourselves, and then doing it in physical copy or in digital for people who are more whizbos like your 15-year-old. She makes me feel very old. But at any rate, this has all been amazing. So do we have some questions for Maria before we close out our time? We have time for just a couple of questions if you want to pose a question in the chat window.
Maria, I don't have a question, but I just want to let you know I truly appreciate this webinar today, because I'm a true believer in green boards and like write the vision, make it plain. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And so before this webinar, I was telling you, you know, like I said, showing you my wall and things, but it just really gets your mindset tight and right. And I think one thing that I really liked today was the word accountability, where when you have a dream board, that makes you, you know, keeps yourself accountable to what you said your why is. And so a
Yes.
dream board basically reiterates what your why is. And when you look at it every day, that's real powerful. So I appreciate you really laying it out, because I truly enjoyed this webinar. So thank you. Now I enjoyed meeting you, and I can't wait to see you soon. So.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see you guys in Vegas.
We had one last question,
Absolutely.
Maria. Someone had asked, what does your daughter use to create her digital board? And then we'll close out our time.
Okay, so what she taught me, she kind of trained me, and that's why I did my digital board this year instead of doing it on the poster board. The pictures are from online anywhere. I mainly went to Pinterest and got pictures on there that resonated with what my goals were. And what a good thing before I answer that, you guys journal. Before you sit down and cut out those pictures, journal. Just write down everything that you want on paper, on your paper, because then as you're journaling, it's just different ways of you learning. Some people learn visually, some people learn auditory, you know. So what we do is we write, and we just journal everything. Whatever comes to our mind, we put it down. This way, when we're looking for those pictures, they kind of like pop out to us, and they're like, oh yeah, this is what I want, the kind of picture I wanted. So when we journaled and I was looking through Pinterest, I just copied and pasted those pictures onto, I'm not sure if I use PowerPoint or if I use a Word document, but I just copied and pasted it on there as I made my vision board. And then you can move it around. Great thing about digital is that you can move it around and arrange it every way you want.
And then you talked about having that on your desktop or on your phone, on your screensaver, right?
Yes. So yeah, so I have it on the same picture that I showed you guys, which was this one right here. I printed it out, but it's on my desktop. So when I turn on my computer, that's the first thing I see. It's right there in front of me as well. And then I keep this copy inside my planner, because when I open my planner every day, it's right there again in front of me. And I'm not just going by it, you know, you take time in the morning, especially in the morning, a great book to read to. Another thing, because I'm really, really into personal development. I mean, I'm totally into personal development. Believe it or not, being a nurse, I hate reading, but audiobooks is my thing. I love to listen. So The Miracle Morning, people, read that book. It will change your life. The Miracle Morning and the Ula Life, they go hand in hand together. But the Miracle Morning just really sets your day on how you could be more productive and use your time wisely. So in the Miracle Morning, what I do is that's my morning. You know, that's when I do my devotional. That's when I do my affirmations. I meditate, I read, and I look at my vision board. I visualize this. And I don't just pass through it in my planner. I look at every single one of those pictures. I feel myself inside those pictures. That's why I said, go. If you want a car, if you want a house, go to the house that you want and take a picture of you in those rooms, in that house, because you feel yourself in there. And there's something about this universe, there's something about our Lord that he just gives your heart's desire when it's in his plan for you.
Right. This is so amazing. Maria, this is like you over-delivered. I knew this would be fun, but you over-delivered value to us. And I'm sure, and I hope you feel very good about it, that you've really pierced a few people this morning who needed this message. So thank you so much for devoting your time to us this morning. I appreciate you sharing your expertise and skills with us here. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here with us. And we hope you received a tremendous gift here with us this morning. So as Maria says, we're looking forward to seeing many of you in Las Vegas. And then, of course, on the beaches of the world is my heart's desire. So take care. God bless to all of you. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye now.
Bye.